Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on how you think they feel versus how they actually feel. I will be giving you their true feelings. I'm going to give you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. Take a moment and meditate on the three piles and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This would be 1, 2, and 3. Let's get straight into your reading. Hello, beautiful pile 1, and welcome to your reading. How you think they feel versus how they actually feel. What are their true feelings? I will be giving you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. I will be sectioning the emotions of how you think they feel versus how they actually feel. So how you think they feel, I will lay the cards here at the top row. How they actually feel, I will read those cards here on the second row. So how you think they feel is going to come first. How they actually feel will be the second section of the reading. So please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. So I can see here that your attention, your energy, it attracts you to this very illuminating card. And I love the color concentration in the card, the shadowy figure of the feminine face with the green glowing eyeshadow and eyelashes and the red vibracious lip coloring. It looks like she's embraced into the universe. And let's see what your card says. It says the collective field is impacting you, unseen forces in action. How can you relinquish control of the situation that feels blocked? So with this energy, how you think they feel is going to come first. You think that they are somewhat unaware of your needs in the relationship. They're unaware of how to actually respond to you. You feel like they do not give you the attention that you desire. You think that they feel unseen or unheard, like they just do not get it. But let's get more insight on how you think they feel. How do you think they feel? Thank you, Spirit. How do you think they feel? Here you go. Yes, the Lovers. So with the Lovers energy, you think that they do think about the relationship, that they do have a high interest in the, romantic part of the relationship, on connecting physically. That's how you think they feel, that they do want to hook up with you, if you know what I mean, and just embrace you in that way. And that's what you think that they feel. So let's get more insight. How do you think they feel? Remember, I'm doing what you think here on the top row and what they actually feel on the bottom row. How do you think they feel? Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the Page of Coins. So with the Page of Coins energy, this is definitely Earth energy. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo could be seen in the top placements of their birth chart, their sun, moon, or rising, or their Venus placements, or the 7th house of relationships. And those signs could actually be in your birth chart as well, showing up here as a confirmation in this reading. But this Page of Coins energy, you think That, see, the Page of Coins is definitely like about you, you know, think that they feel patience when it comes to the relationship. You think they feel, um, like they are interested in the relationship. Again, like they are truly, they're interested. So 1 minute, this is how this person makes you think they feel. At one moment, they are giving you like this feeling that they are attentive, they will be there, they will be responsible, and then on the other hand, it's kind of shaky. You're unsure. So, for the most part, it's back and forth on how you think they feel. So let's get more insight. This is a very interesting relation. This is very interesting emotionally on what you think about them, because I'm going to get a feeling that it's going to come out totally different on how they actually feel. How you think they feel versus how do you think they feel. And you have here Libra. This is making perfect sense because this is about the scales. And you think they feel that, things are unfair, things are unbalanced. But at the same time, you think they feel, aware, like they do really know what's going on. You think they feel that they have to please you in some way, or that they have to be fair. This is quite interesting. And don't forget, this Libra energy could definitely be in the top placements of the birth chart. On either sides. On either sides. I'm getting a very strong Libra presence here. So, and you think they actually are, very fair at the same time, but they are unfair. So there's parts of them that you have trust in, and then there are other parts that are very shady. So let's get more insight. So how do they actually feel? Thank you, Spirit. How do they actually feel? Let's get into their emotions. How do they actually feel? And this card went to jump out. And this is the mirror. Mirroring each other. You see, I did get that, like, double-minded energy from this person. And Spirit gave us that insight seconds earlier with this person is kind of like double-minded. Like how you think they feel is double-minded. 1 minute it's one way and 1 minute it's the other way. And that's that mirror card showing up. How they actually feel is about the mirror image. They try to mirror you. They want to represent your characteristics and personality traits that you offer in the relationship. But they actually feel like they are a victim in the relationship. So they have moments of like serious thought, of like introspection, really thinking about themselves and the part that they do play with the connection with you. They have really a lot of time just self-reflecting and introspecting. You know what I mean? Like they're constantly thinking about themselves. So that's kind of like a sense of like feeling sorry for themselves in the relationship. So let's get more insight. How do they actually feel? Thank you, Spirit. How do they actually feel? And you have here Fool. Okay. It definitely aligns with the energy that came out moments earlier. They do feel like, see, this person definitely uses humor to even wound others rather than liberate them. So like they'll tell jokes, like cynical jokes about people, and they're in denial actually of their emotional truth, which is why they sit for long periods at a time, just thinking and thinking and thinking about themselves, because it's coming from more of a like it's coming from more like a poopy pants perspective, if you know what I mean. It's like, oh, I feel sorry for myself, this person said this to me or they did this to me. It's like that perspective. They are actually really interesting in this way, because I can see that there are parts of them that are very mature and very responsible in areas that they want to highlight those personality traits. So let's get more insight. How do they actually feel? And you have here the devil. Okay, so with the devil card showing up, this is in confirmation with the Lovers card, where I did say that you think that they definitely are interested in the physical, sensual, sexual part of the relationship. And this devil card does represent their actual lustful desires for you. They feel very obsessed with the relationship, as well as, jealous. They do have a envious general nature about them in general, but specifically here with this relationship dynamic, they are jealous. So let's get more insight. How do they actually feel? Thank you, Spirit. You came closer than anyone. So you came closer than anyone. This is about them being vulnerable, expressing themselves to you, telling you the truth, telling you everything. You were so close to knowing who they truly are. But in moments of conversation, they would let things slip, but you didn't pick up on it because the conversation would be about someone else, but they were actually talking about themselves. And they feel like you know them more than anyone else on this planet. You don't know them more than they know themselves, but more than anyone else on this planet, you actually know them intuitively. And even if you have not seen specific things, just through their conversation, their actions with you, you know who they are. And they feel like you're the one that really got super close to them. You're the one that got even like close, like as a lover. You are the one that could actually be responsible for this person actually changing their ways towards a good, I want to say, in a good way, because this person could not fully pull the wool over your eyes. So they feel like you really know who they are. So group one, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful pile 2, and welcome to your reading. How you think they feel versus how they actually feel. I'm going to dive into their true feelings about the relationship, about the situation or event that took place. I'm going to give you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. So, I can clearly see here that your energy, it naturally attracts you to this very interesting card that represents the Midas touch. And the Midas touch in this card, it says things are working out in your favor. In what ways are you abundant right now? So, because also I am starting the reading off with how you think they feel, those cards would be at the top row here versus how they actually feel. I will lay those cards here at the bottom. That would be a second part of the reading. But here, I do want to address that Spirit is coming across very clear with how you think they feel, is that you think that they feel like the relationship between you two will be okay. It will survive. You will connect. Things will work out in their favor. You think they feel that way. So let's get more insight. How do you think they feel versus how they actually feel? Top row first. How do you think they feel? Thank you, Spirit. How do you think they feel? The Fool. So yes, you think they do feel like a fool, and you think that they are, just really naive about what's going on in the relationship. You think they are naive about, you think they feel as if like they're unaware about what is needed in order to relate to you, what you are needing naturally. They know what you need, but that you think that they feel, naive about it. Like they just don't get it. They really don't understand. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. How do you think they feel? You have here the Empress. So, with the Empress card, you think that they see you, and I love the Empress card coming out because this represents abundance, and the Midas touch card here represents abundance as well. So that's a wonderful confirmation here in this reading. So you think that this person feels like the relationship is whole, that it is going somewhere. You think they feel like that. With the Empress card, you think they feel like, that there could be some sort of creation process between you two. And in some ways, this creation process could represent like a baby. You think they feel like you would be a good parent, or you are a good parent. You have great parenting skills. You could also be a pet parent as well, and you think they feel, and see these qualities in you. Let's get more insight. How do you think they feel? Now, please remember, I'm going to put how they actually feel here on the bottom row. How do you think they feel? Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the 12th house. I love the 12th house showing up, representing surrender. So with the 12th house showing up here in your reading, representing surrender, you think that they are understanding and allowing things to work out in a natural process. You think that they feel compassion. You think that they feel forgiveness. You think that they I feel like their relationship does need healing, as seen here in the 12th house of surrender. I do feel like you think that they feel guilty for their actions, for things that they may have said or done in the relationship. Now, let's get to how they actually feel here on the second row. How do they actually feel? Thank you, Spirit. How do they actually feel? And you have here the Temperance card. I find that quite interesting, especially with the Empress card showing up and the Temperance card showing up naturally under the Empress card. So how they actually feel, as seen here in this Temperance card, is definitely, they feel very patient, like they are willing to wait it out. They have lots of self-control when it comes to their movements towards you. They are feeling like they should not text you too much or call you too much to raise any sort of red flags and things like that. So they feel like they should offer some sort of harmony in the relationship between you two, as seen here with the Temperance card. Let's get more insight. How do they actually feel? How do they actually feel? Thank you, Spirit. And you have here Saboteur. So with the Saboteur energy, I definitely see that and I told you that I would not leave anything out, and this is my true insight. They actually, this person has a tendency to self-sabotage relationships and just induce self-destructive behavior. And they have the desire to undermine, relationships and kind of like manipulate things to work out in their favor. And that manipulation simply means that they do not expose their true intentions. So that's how they actually feel. And they feel like it's okay. They feel like it's normal. So let's get more insight. How do they actually feel? Thank you, Spirit. I want to feel that way again. And this is quite confirming because feel is the primary word here in your reading. So what a wonderful confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. I want to feel that way again. So this person wants to connect with you in the way that they did at the beginning of the relationship, when you were not, before they interacted so much with you, where you were able to see their true colors, characteristics, personality traits, their movement, and really pick up on who they really are. They want to go back to the beginning of the relationship and start over with a new approach. Offer you a better version of themselves. Let's get more insight. How do they actually feel? You have here soulmates. So they feel like you are theirs for life. You are their soulmate. There is a soul connection, a partnership, and they feel like there is a agreement between you two. And that, in a sense, there is a soul contract. So this person feels like, you will always be a part of them, a part of their life. They think about you a lot. You, I would say, are number one on this person's mind. So group 2, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful group 3, and welcome to your reading. How you think they feel versus how they actually feel. What are their true feelings about you, this relationship, the connection? I will give you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. So your energy, it naturally attracts you here to the card that is about darkness. It's about the shadow side. And the card says, don't run from the darkness. Embrace your shadow side. What aspect of yourself have you been afraid to look at or address? So I am going to organize your reading in this way. How you think they feel here on the top row, I will place the cards. How they actually feel, I will place the cards here on the bottom row. So how you think they feel is that you think that they judge you, too much. They're very critical of you and pointing out what they seem to think is your flaws, what they feel that are things that you can change. You feel like they are hyper critical of you and very judgmental. So let's get more insight. How do you think they feel? How do you think they feel? Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the Ace of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands energy, this is a fire energy, okay? That wand energy represents those fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And those signs could very well be in this person's top placement of their birth chart, the sun, moon, or rising, the Venus placement, or the 7th house of relationship. These fire signs could also be seen in your birth chart as well as a confirmation here in this reading. But the Ace of Wands energy, see, you think that they feel like you are their project, like they need to mold you. They need to control you, that they have an urgency to get your attention in some way. So they do little things to kind of like get your attention focused on them, your awareness of them. They'll say things, they'll put things out there for other people to come back and tell you. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. How do you think they feel versus how they actually feel? Top row. How you think they feel is here. 4th house. And the 4th house is the house representing the home. It also represents the family and the past. The 4th house is ruled over the sign. It rules over the sign of Cancer. So there are 12 houses in astrology, 12 houses in a birth chart. But the 4th house here rules over the past, the home, and the family. So this person could be significant to you in those ways. But see, you think they feel, very close to the home, very comfortable with the home. You think they are, reflecting on their inner world, their inner self, taking responsibilities, sometimes. You also feel like the home for them is like a shelter place. A place. And you do feel like this person does. You feel like they feel like they have certain habits and that they're not going to change who they are. I feel like this person says things like, I know who I am. This is how I am. I'm not going to change, type of thing. Like it's set in stone. But sometimes you think that they are definitely very sensitive, but maybe not sensitive in a liberating way, but sensitive in a way of like selfishness, where they feel like things should, again, go their way. They should control the narrative of not only, their life and their moves, but you feel like they think they should control the narrative of other people's moves as well. So let's get more insight. How do you think they feel? Thank you, Spirit. How do you think they feel? And you have here death. Okay, so with the death card showing up here in this reading, this is about you think that they feel, that the parts of the relationship, need to be forgotten about, and you need to start over. You think they feel like you should let bygones be bygones and have a new perspective on, them. They don't want you to bring up things that they have done or said, or hold them accountable for their actions. You should just see them as this brand new person who is doing really great things. And, unfortunately, you cannot easily unsee things that this person has exposed to you about their character. But that's how they think. That's how you think they feel. Now let's get how they actually feel. How do they actually feel, Spirit? And you have here the King of Cups. So they are definitely strongly, highly in their feelings, as mentioned moments earlier. This person is definitely in their feelings. As seen here with this King of Cups, emotional and water energy. We did get the sign Cancer that did show up. So that's quite interesting how the King of Cups laid naturally under the 4th house, which rules over the sign of Cancer, which of course is a water sign. But those other cup energies are seen in Pisces. They represent Pisces and Scorpio. So those placements, again, could be in those top placements of your birth chart or this person that is significant in this reading. But specifically here with this King of Cups energy, they actually feel that they have empathy. They feel that they have tolerance, and they feel that they are very supportive and that they are a leader and the leader of the relationship. I feel like this person wants to be the leader of any situation that they get involved in. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. How do they actually feel? How do they actually feel, Spirit? And you have here servants. See? I was feeling this about this person. Very controlling. They want to control things, but they really feel that it's right. They feel like they should be in charge. So with the servant energy, this is the type of person that really does use the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with their life. So, and they kind of feel like other people should do things for them. You should be honored to be in their presence. You should be okay with helping them out, building a website, making a phone call, giving them your time and your energy, showing up for them and supporting them, calling them on their birthdays. You should do that. They feel like you are obligated to do that. Those type of things. Just be there for them. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. So how do they actually feel? Oh my goodness. This person is quite interesting. I love you unconditionally. I do feel like this person does have love, for you. And they do say like they love you unconditionally. I'm sure you have heard this, but in their mind, they do. That's how they feel. They feel as if they do love you unconditionally. Now, you may see it totally different and trust your intuition on how you feel, but this is how they feel. I feel like they use the love word, quite often, but most of the time it doesn't match their actions. So let's get more insight. How do they actually feel? Thank you, Spirit. How do they actually feel? Passion. Quite interesting. Especially with I love you unconditionally, showing up immediately. Passion showing up immediately after I love you unconditionally tells me that this person has an insane chemistry connection towards you. And they feel like you like them equally. They really do. And they feel like because of you, they do have a lot of fun. And you're responsible for like them having a fun, really showing them what fun is, certain experiences that you have talked about or shared with them, together with them. They are very aware of those feelings and they can't get away from that. So group 3, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy.